Hello, Wolfriend Pack Amigo thingies. Today's video is going to be a bit more on the ranty side, and so I might not edit it much, but whatever. You're going to enjoy it nonetheless. So today I want to talk about the 2024 memes video that I posted recently, and I have some thoughts, some reflections, specifically on the question of fair use and transformative content and whether my video is transformative or if it isn't at points. All right, wait, hold up. Let me get the cursor out of the screen. All right, that should be better. I'm sure someone was going to get annoyed about that if I didn't do that. So first, I kind of want to, I guess, do a segue to this topic. I want to talk about something that might seem unrelated, but you'll quickly see how it's not. So I have this notepad up here. So in 2023, Jax Films, who is a creator who's I think been on the site since 2006, he's a guy who I respect a lot. He's made Yai, he's made a lot of iPhone ad parodies. You probably know him from one of those things. But he made a second channel called Jax Films, which is a parody of Sniper Wolf, whose channel is called Sissa Sniper Wolf. And basically, he made the channel to react to her content, and originally he was doing it as a joke where he would take a 10-second clip and then he'd spend literally 10 minutes just talking on and on about it, just to be as completely unwatchable as possible. But eventually he made it into a game of reacting to her content and having a bingo board where he would criticize her reactions as being, kind of lazy and she wasn't adding anything to the content. And I have to agree with him. If you've watched any of her reaction videos, they are very uninspired, and I think he's right to call out this kind of content. And since he made the channel, he's moved on to covering other people, because I'm pretty sure he got in trouble with YouTube for quote unquote harassing her by talking about her too much, kind of like how Leafy got his channel terminated. But basically, his main point of the channel isn't just to make fun of Sniper Wolf or anyone else he reacts to, but it's to, make it clear that people across YouTube should be crediting creators with the content they use and being transformative and not just showing a video and then not adding anything to that. And I agree with that for the most part. I certainly agree with crediting the creators. I think you should put, you should credit most things that are reasonable. Like in my memes video, I do include credits for memes that I use when I know who made them, because a lot of them are not traceable. So I tried to find who made them, and I tried crediting them. Something that happened around the same time as Jax Films started the Jax Films channel is that H Bomber Guy published a video called Plagiarism and YouTube. And this isn't directly related to this topic because, again, as the title suggests, it's mostly about plagiarism. But this video really heightened people's perception of plagiarism in the YouTube community. And I think also it's I don't have any way to prove this, but it's just the sense I get from having my finger on the pulse that it has also kind of heightened people's general perception of fair use and making sure to be transformative with their content and whatnot. And so I just thought I would mention it. So I'm not just saying this because I feel now this is an attack on me, but since Jax Films started his second channel, again, as I said before, I agree with a lot of his points, but I do think that at times he is a bit too, I guess, uptight about using other people's content. And I say this because often something he'll do is when a reactor says something that doesn't really add much to the video, he kind of makes it he kind of goes out of his way to shit on them. And I think that's fine from a content perspective. I think it's fine to make fun of videos just because they're bad and they're poorly made and they have no reason to exist and they're bloated. I don't think there's anything wrong with making fun of that, but do I think there's necessarily something wrong with using another person's content if you're crediting them and you're also you are adding something, even if it's kind of fluff or filler or the video could do without it. I don't necessarily think there's anything strictly wrong with that. Spoiler warning for my placements in my memes video. If you haven't already watched it, go check it out and give it a like and comment and subscribe. But basically, I'm unsure about whether certain parts of my video are like transformative, and I feel I guess kind of weird about them. The first is the number 8 placement, which is I think aggressive fonk. And the reason I feel a bit weird about this is because basically the entire section is one guy's videos, and I do make note of that. It's Gavin Z Beats, and before I even like show the memes, I do talk about him. So my, the issue isn't crediting people, but basically all of the section that actually showcases the memes, except for one little segment where I talk about Kanye West. Basically, all of it is just me recording this guy's videos and then showing them. And like, I don't feel too weird about this. This is the section that I feel the least, I guess, icky about. But because I'm not showing the full videos, obviously, I think that would be, even if I credited him, that would be like just ridiculous. But I'm not showing the full videos. I'm showing clips, and I'm showing them as a sequence in the broader context of an entire meme. And I'm not like reposting these videos to try to, claim them as my own. I'm showing them because I want to give examples of the meme I'm talking about. And, I think that's a fair reason to use them. But I don't know, it does just feel a bit strange to me, at least, to just like kind of play 4 videos or 5 in like a row without adding any commentary. But, maybe that's just me because like I'm so used to, doing like a million different things for my videos, and so maybe other people don't think it's strange for me to just lay back and, showcase some memes. But the section of the video I'm questioning myself more on is number 5, the Pingus section. Now the reason I'm I'm more introspective about this part than the aggressive fonk part is, one, because Gavin Z Beats does seem to like or at least be okay with people, reposting his videos and like clipping them to be funny. He is posting the videos to get a laugh out of people, and it's just my sense that he wouldn't really have a problem with how, they're featured. And plus he is like prominently showcased in that part of the video, so there's not too much of an issue. But with the Pingus section, I'm using multiple different creators, and although for like a good amount of the videos I show, I do add something, there are some where I don't really add much. Like all I add is maybe like a filter and like some background music, which is pretty minuscule, or like a few images like edited on top. But I don't know, I do just question like, should I have included some of those videos? Should I have only included videos that, I had something to add on to? I'm not sure. A smaller point is that like, some people might think that it would be a good idea if I specifically included links to each of the memes, like that whose authorship I know. And if you guys think that I should like do that, have a pastebin in the description that links to all of the memes I mentioned who, I could find who the original poster is, then I could always just go ahead and do that, because I do have a list of like links to all these memes, so it's not like, it's not like I lost them. Alright, this is kind of restating what I said before, but yeah, it does feel a bit weird to kind of use other people's art just in, not the most transformative way, even if it is just memes. Okay, this gets to like an interesting point, which is that like there is a culture around memes, being kind of like, you can just kind of spread them around, and if it's clear that the person who posted it like isn't taking it too seriously, or they didn't put too much effort into it, most people feel free to just share it around, or show random memes in their video without thinking to like credit whoever made it. And of course I've done this too. I've used random memes in videos that I didn't like search out to see who made it so I could credit it, or even if I knew, I didn't do so. It felt a bit different for this video because the entire, point of the video is memes, and when I'm showcasing memes, the main focal point of the viewer is going to be what I'm showing them. And so it does feel like if I don't credit people when I can, then, that's kind of not very nice. But when you just like throw in a random meme in a video, just as like a funny, thing to laugh at, like no one gets mad at you. And like, I'm sure that like 99.999% of people who make the memes, if they saw it, like they wouldn't be mad either. They'd probably be glad that they, got to see their meme be spread around. This is another point, is that maybe you could also say that like the context of the video itself recontextualizes all of the memes I add, even if I'm not adding a ton for each one, because the video is not like a compilation of a specific meme or just a 2024 memes compilation. I mean, for one, it does include, all right, hold up, all right, there we go. It does include credits for the memes I can find, but also you are like watching this video, yes, in part to see some funny memes that you maybe forgot or you haven't heard of or you want to reminisce. But at the same time, you're also coming to see my point, like my ranking. And I selected these memes for very specific reasons, and I also put them in a specific order too. And so basically, when I make this video, I'm in part trying to convince you as the viewer of my ranking by the way, by which memes I'm showcasing and the order in which I'm showcasing and the format in which I'm showcasing them. So maybe that does kind of like make this like, okay. And also like I note here, this is only two, but only really one section of the video, and only really half of one section, because for almost all of these memes, I am adding something like, I'm making it kind of more dramatic. I'm adding sound effects. I'm adding a voiceover. I'm doing a bunch of things. So the last thing I'm going to ask for this video is like, what if I was a monetized channel? Like would that change, any of this? Would it be like suddenly, I guess, like more wrong to kind of just show a Pingus meme on screen that I'm not really adding anything to if I'm also making money off of it? I mean, obviously I'm not making money off of any specific meme in the video because I showcase like probably around 100 separate memes, but in a very, very small part, I am making some money off of each individual meme included, and each of those individual memes is not my own work. And obviously there's no money off of, there's nothing wrong with making money, in a piece of work that includes other people's work. But I don't know, it's just something to consider. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say for this video. If you actually watch this whole thing, I'm surprised and thank you. But other than that, bye bye, Wolfriend Pack Amigo thingies. See you on January 5th.